Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So, guys, Callum Smith comes out and says that he'll knock Artur Beterbiev out, and I want to put my take on this because a lot of people seem to think that a lot of Canelo fans I spoke to seem to think that Callum Smith is going to give Beterbiev a very very tough fight, and not just that, a lot of some British fans as well think that Callum Smith is gonna give Beterbiev a very tough fight. Firstly, I want to point out is that Callum Smith, if you look through his history, there's two fighters that I've seen that fought him as pressure fighters, Ryder and Canelo, and neither of them. Firstly, Ryder, he likes to fight on your chest. Canelo is not a known pressure fighter. He's a counterpuncher. He has improved his pressure fighting game. I do think he's become more effective at that. But I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Beterbiev as a pressure fighter. Beterbiev is known for being a pressure fighter. And those are two guys that I thought beat Callum Smith. So clearly, Callum Smith struggles against pressure fighters. He struggles against that style. I don't see how people are thinking Callum Smith's going to win this fight just because of the fact that he can punch. Apparently, he can punch. That's not going to win him. I mean, Beterbiev is one of the best pressure fighters in the game. The style that we've seen Callum Smith get caught, get given problems with is pressure fighters or guys that have been fighting in a pressure fighter style in Canelo and Ryder. So Beterbiev, that's his game. That's what he's best at, and he's bigger than Smith. He's been operating at light heavyweight. Smith is just moved up to light heavyweight. Beterbiev is gonna, in my opinion, beat Callum Smith and beat him well. Also, I've mentioned this before. I saw against Canelo that Callum Smith was happy to be second best in that fight. Once he realized that he couldn't win this fight, he went into his shell. Is he going to do the same against Beterbiev? Because for some reason, I have doubts about Smith. Not so much physically about his physical ability, more mentally. That I think something might be missing. He may be one of those fighters that looks amazing, but when he steps up against the real elite level, he isn't quite good enough. Not maybe more mentally than physically. Because he's obviously got ability, he obviously can box. But people have got to understand this. People making out like Callum Smith's a really good boxer. So is Beterbiev. Beterbiev has operated at a much higher level than Callum Smith as an amateur and as a pro. So just because Beterbiev fights in a certain style and he's a big puncher, that doesn't mean he's not a good boxer. He's a more accomplished boxer than Callum Smith. He's achieved more than him as an amateur and pro. So, I mean, I don't get this narrative where Smith is some really good boxer. And no, I mean, Beterbiev's a really good boxer. It's just that just because a guy's a pressure fighter and he comes forward, that doesn't mean he's not a good boxer. Not all boxers are guys that, like a Bivol or like a guy that's... Callum Smith is not slick anyway, but, Callum Smith has very good fundamentals. He's a basic boxer. He's a basic boxer that has a little bit of pop. He's not nothing special in terms of like technically out. He's a good technical fighter. He's got good fundamentals. But Beterbiev is a monster. Let's be honest. Beterbiev is a monster, and Beterbiev is going to walk Callum Smith down. He's going to walk him down. He's going to make it very, very tough. Very, very tough for Callum Smith. And we've already seen that Callum Smith doesn't like to be pressured, doesn't like to be put on the back foot, doesn't like to be hustled. And, if Canelo could cause that much grief, imagine what Beterbiev is going to do. Because Beterbiev is a known puncher. He's a known puncher. So you can only imagine what he's going to do. Right? So I think people are underestimating how good, Artur Beterbiev is. I think they're underestimating how good that man is. Because let me tell you something, that man is ridiculous. He's a ridiculous fighter. And I wasn't so high on Beterbiev, but after watching his fights, a lot of people think just because Yard gave him a tough fight. That doesn't mean just because Yard gave him a tough fight that Smith is because Smith is better than Yard. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of things that Yard does, right? Yard's a lot more energetic. He's a lot more lively. He's fast. Smith ain't fast. You know, Smith's got a good left hook. He's got a good left hook. But that left hook, the thing is with Smith is good at range. As soon as you cut the ring off and you're on his chest, he's no longer effective. We saw that against Canelo. Canelo has a better defense than Beterbiev. So Callum Smith will get more opportunities. The difference is that Beterbiev is just not going to give him those opportunities because, like I said, Smith is only effective at range. He's not effective up close. And we saw that against Ryder and Canelo. He was hardly ineffective. And Beterbiev, that's where he fights, on your chest, on top of you. He doesn't fight at distance. That's not his style. And as soon as Callum Smith feels Beterbiev's power and physical strength, he's not going to be fighting on the front foot. He's not going to be fighting, but Callum Smith's going to be backing off. And that's going to be the end. Yeah, Callum Smith is tough. He'll take the shots. But I just think Beterbiev will grind him down. And I think there'll be a point where I think Callum Smith will submit to the fact that he'll know he can't win. And he'll know if I open up, I could get chinned here. So I don't know whether he'll even open up. Because against Canelo, that was really a pathetic performance. It wasn't a great performance. I mean, you kind of quit in a way where he kind of just resigned to he was going to lose the fight. There was no real attempt for him to go out, try swinging with Canelo. Just no attempt. He kind of was okay with second best. And is he going to do that again, or is he actually going to let his hands go this time? So that's my take on it. But leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.